Joining us in studio, Claudiu Popa is the CEO and Principal Risk Advisor at Informatica. It's a security and privacy company. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Seems every time you're here, it's a bit of a familiar refrain that Canada is still quite vulnerable. What is this company, Symantec, and what are they saying here?
Well, Symantec is the company that sells your antivirus. So all your Norton utilities are sold by Symantec. All kinds of antivirus and anti-malware software allows them to have visibility from a global perspective into where the threats are. So they can see where the servers are on the planet that are getting infected. And so they build a lot of information. They can build reports, and those reports allow them to see what the kinds of trends and emerging vulnerabilities are right around the world. This is a report that has pointed to an interesting cyber espionage angle that certainly is making the rounds.
So Canadian defense companies are the target here, or what are they saying?
To a large extent, this is due to our proximity to the nearest superpower. And so clearly there's a lot of...
Oh, wait, so they don't care about us?
Well, they may or they may not.
They're just using us to get information on the Americans.
Fact is, we have a lot of dependencies with our nearest neighbor to the south, and that has placed us at the #2 spot in global infections with this particular kind of malware and all the spyware that goes along with it. It's a fascinating thing because whatever group is behind this has access to a lot of funding and a lot of vulnerability. They know about vulnerabilities within systems, within programs that no one else knows about on that particular day. So these are called zero-day vulnerabilities. They have unprecedented access to more of these than anybody else, and they seem to be able to get more as they need them.
So who wants this? I mean, foreign governments can be well funded. Certainly, we've discussed stories where, you know, we think China is behind a lot of the cyber spying.
Well, China happens to be in #3, in the #3 spot as far as infections are concerned. I don't know if those are planted.
Right.
But there they are.
But at this point, Symantec's not saying who exactly might be interested in this information.
That's right. I'm sure they're working with all kinds of levels of government.
So how do we solve this? Because time and time again, we know Canada is considered by many as a soft target for this kind of thing. What's the solution? You advocate freeing information, just putting it out there? I mean, that sounds ludicrous. That's what we're trying to avoid.
That's right. So access to information is important. There's a global movement towards open government and open governance.
Right.
In Canada, we have some leading practitioners that are advocating this. We have a federal level open government initiative, which is world class. We've got at the provincial level, we've got access by design. We have our own open governance maturity model, and these have come on the scene effectively around the time that the WikiLeaks movement has said, you know what, there should be more transparency because this is information that belongs to the people.
But, hey, explain, how does that improve security?
It improves security because there's less secret information out there that we're dependent on. So this dependence on secrecy makes it so that
you're saying reduce the volume of what's secret, and then you can better surveillance.
Any information that you're accessing, if that information is not sensitive to begin with, then it's not a breach. So what we're saying is that if you're taking a look and you're inventorying all this data that you're depending on, all this secrecy you're depending on, most of that you will find is not sensitive and not confidential. So why not declassify it? Why not make it available to people? And therefore, you won't have to have a breach in the process of allowing access.
So given so many are advising of exactly that kind of thing, freeing up information, are you seeing that happening? Is that where we're moving?
Absolutely.
Or are we slow to recognize that that's a
tremendous movement? Yeah, it's a global movement. Canada is taking a very, it's already on the path. It's taking a very nice leading position along those lines. We're constantly working to support that movement with our open initiatives, and certainly it makes a lot of sense for organizations to see what government is doing. So open government goes hand in hand with open governance, and organizations should be declassifying a lot of data because on an annual basis, organizations, as we all know, are doubling the amount of information that is being stored, collected, and no doubt classified as sensitive and confidential, just in case.
Good to know this progress. Claudiu Popa has been joining us. He's with Informatica. Thanks so much. Good to see you.
My pleasure.